Mike Harris and the Smokin' Poetry podcast are back. And I have a new hobby. Or we have a new hobby. Because our new hobby is to hunt down local musicians, kidnap them, and bring them in for interrogation. Tonight's victim is Robert Beard, or Rawbert. But before I start asking you too many questions, I said we. I want to introduce the people who are making this new adventure in my life possible. Come on, Grace and Lauren, and come say hi to all the fans, both of them, or maybe a few of them by now. Well, they waved at least. We'll get to tell bad jokes next time, maybe.
That's going to be famous.
Yeah, but I guess I should ask you some questions since you are the guest.
Well, I'd like to thank you for having me here on your podcast. What's it called? The Lawyer Poet.
No, this is
the
Smokin' Poetry.
Smokin' Poetry.
Yes, we don't want to talk about that other one right now. I don't even know how to describe exactly what you do because it's a little bit unique.
Well,
I
sing and play guitar,
but you do it a little different than some others. Well, why don't you tell people, what is it that you're doing with your life, going out to these establishments and performing?
Well, I don't know. It's the one thing I'm good at, I guess. And I work on cars, but I don't have a big shop with a lot of tools. So, I guess the bottom line is I like to see people unplugging and having a good time and relaxing a little bit.
Well, what is your... Well, you see one version of the guitar. What type of instruments are you playing?
This is a Seagull Maritime, and it's got a scalloped fretboard, which I did myself.
What's that mean?
Well, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it. I can show you, but I don't know if the camera will see it. In between the frets is filed out. So most guitars, they just have a flat fretboard and the frets are on top. And I decided to carve these out.
So how does it sound different?
It sounds the same. I guess you can do a slow bend on this where you can't as easily on another one because the fretboard's in the way. So I don't know if you heard that, but
okay.
And you can bend it a bunch, which you can't do on a regular flat fretboard. And then vibrato is really nice. Not as nice on a flat fretboard, I think, because the flat fretboard it grabs your finger and your finger drags across it. So.
And you also play electric?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've got 3 or 4 electrics, 2 that I have in the show. And
well, let's talk about the show. I mean, you do a lot of cover stuff, honestly, or is kind of mostly what people are asked for generally, or
mostly covers, yeah.
But you do some of your own stuff too on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff do you like to do?
What do I like to do? That's a good question. I've been doing this for a long time, covers, that is, and I try to do all the really popular covers, like Brown Eyed Girl and that's the only popular song I get. Sweet Home Alabama, all the mainstream stuff that you've heard a million times. Mm-hmm. But so to say what I really like to do, I mean, I've played those songs so many times that I like to do really obscure stuff, but
let's talk obscure.
It doesn't keep me employed as much.
Oh.
Or I'll lose the crowd doing something really Some PJ Harvey I like to do, which I don't know if anyone knows who that is.
Yeah, who is PJ Harvey?
She's just I was attracted to this girl, and I thought to myself, well, she likes PJ Harvey a lot, and I'm like, well, I'll just listen to a bunch of PJ Harvey, and then we'll have something to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ended up really liking the artist, so PJ Harvey. So that's one, and then that goes into a whole bunch of different offshoots, like the Pixies is kind of that realm, Radiohead. Yeah.
And your show, though, it's just you.
It's just me.
Yeah.
It's me and a phrase sampler, which
what is that?
I can record a little piece of the song and then play it back, and then I can play leads over it.
Why do you do it on your own?
Bands are tough.
Yeah, why didn't you? Have you been in a band?
Together. Yeah, I'm in 2 bands right now.
You're in 2 bands?
I'm in a band called Tripping Griswolds and another band called Dance Machine. And then I have the solo. Oh, and then another band called Cosmic Joe, which is a funk band. And
you even know how many bands you're in.
3 bands.
3 bands.
Yeah.
Well, what type of... Are they different, or what's the...
Well, Cosmic Joe is a straight-on original funk band. And Tripping Griswolds is more of a classic 70s type of band.
Should we say that over because we had that truck? I don't know where we're back after the truck came through, interrupting the most brilliant thing we've ever heard. But what do we have instead?
Oh, we were talking about the bands I'm in.
The bands. So
yeah.
What type of bands are each of these?
You want me to name all 3, or you want to keep that previous clip that had the?
Let's just keep going and have fun and make it awkward.
Okay.
Let them guess.
So the second band would be Tripping Griswolds, and that's a classic 70s rock band. And then the third band would be Dance Machine, and that's geared more towards corporate parties and weddings. So that's going to have more of the mainstream popular dance music that people are used to hearing, and they want to hear those songs over and over. That's just, those songs never die. So. And
how many of these bands are you singer, guitar player? What are you doing for each of them?
Just playing guitar in the bands.
Okay.
And then I sing in this one.
And where does your writing come in?
I'm with, it's not an organization, but it's a very small organization, if you want to call it that. It's called Song Club, and there's 2 rules to it. You have to submit by 5 p.m. on Monday, and you have to have the prompt that is given you in your song, like a donkey and a herd of cows. You've got to put that in your song somewhere, that phrase.
You got any songs about donkeys or cows?
I do. That was the last prompt. So,
well, maybe this is like the cue to hear something different here.
All right.
What do you got for donkeys or cows or any other farm animals that you are into?
All right. So, yeah. Just launch off into this and see what happens. All right. So, do you have any sponsors? Not yet. I guess I should be sponsoring myself with the other show, right? This would be the time to do it. That's not really correct. Well, we were joking before that we were just going to stare at each other for a while and see how long we can do that. But we have to edit this part, right? We're shorting this part. Or we're doing it fast forward, like we do. Yeah. So we're going to get some farm animal songs here. Okay, where is it? Oh, that's not it. Let's see. That's better or worse. Hopefully I made this. Okay. And hopefully I remember how it goes. Let's see. Well, no, we don't check the outline.
Okay, here we go. Oh, hold on. This is the tuning part of the show.
This is the part where you start telling the jokes, right?
I don't have any jokes.
Well, you did when we came to see you.
Do you remember one of them?
No. But they were good. We were entertained, I will say that much. And as you're tuning, we found you at Thunder and Buttons. That was your joke, Thunder and Buttons, and I can't do that. It was okay when you did it, but I'm not going to try it.
What did I say? Welcome to Thunder and Buttons. This whole building is constructed of thunder and buttons.
It was good when we were there. Maybe it was the alcohol going around the place. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was good enough.
Well, thank you. I just learned these chords. Oops, this is gonna be rough. And then it goes. Oops. A donkey may lay in hay, hay. What does a donkey want anyway? Hay may be eaten by a cow. What does a cow want anyhow? A donkey wants to see the world. A donkey wants a special girl. A donkey will have his way. Oh, these chords. What does a donkey want anyway? That's the first part of it.
That's catchy.
Keep going?
Let's keep. Hey, let's do it. Let's go for stanza 2.
The donkey has heard the cows. Oh, this is the chorus right here.
All right.
Saying donkeys only pull a plow, telling him it's absurd and how a donkey in a herd of cows.
That works. Hey,
have you had enough?
It's up to you. I always say the guest gets to choose what kind of performance to do.
Let's plow through it.
Let's do it.
He went to school and got a useless degree, fascinated with Seneca and Socrates. Why waste your time on with philosophy, said the cow, his friend, since he was free. 3. It's what I love, said the donkey with tears. You've got to eat and hay, we've got plenty here. I'd rather be hungry and face the fear. You've never listened anyhow, said the cow. The donkey has heard the cows saying donkeys only pull a plow, telling him it's absurd and how a donkey in a herd of cows. Okay, last verse. He found himself in New York City, curled up in a box from Schmitty's. That's a store, right? I thought I made it up.
Sounds good to me.
Schmitty's?
Somewhere it is.
Valentine's Day was cold and shitty. You look like Diogenes, chuckled she. Please come out of the rain. Eat some food, I think I've got some hay. How'd you make it out here anyway? Thank you so much, he said. What's your name? And then I gotta scroll up here. Where's my verse? Here it is. My name is Moon, named after the goddess. Your house is nice, and mine too modest. I agree, she said. Is that box from Schmitty's? The donkey said yes. You wanna talk philosophy? That's the right chord.
You know what? And
Yeah.
compare. I don't want to pick on any particular famous artist, but some of the stuff you hear is so much. Even that is so much better. Just a silly little thing about the cows and donkeys. There's more philosophy in that than a lot of the junk you hear on the out there. So
Nice.
and you did it. So what is it that you're doing? We talked about Thunder and Buttons. What type of places are you performing at?
I'll do weddings, I'll do house parties, and then I do Alchemy every Thursday and Thunder and Buttons like twice a month.
And a number of other clubs around. But those are the two that I'm doing now. What any particular thing scheduled for people to come find you and check you out? Yeah, every Thursday I play at Alchemy, and then where's Alchemy? I'm not sure when the next Thunder and Buttons is. 3 Paws. No, it's really entertaining to see me on my phone, isn't it? No, I mean because there's some background noise out there. Sure. We can watch you surf your phone all day long. That's better than some of the stuff out there on the social media that people watch. We could just have Robert surfing his phone. Yeah. Has anyone done that yet? I've seen worse out there. Let's see. Well, I'll be with the Tripping Griswolds this Saturday, but that's a private party. So we can't go. Yeah. Where can people
Come find you and not be
I'll be
heartbroken about they're not allowed in.
I'll be at Aunt Shannon's in Selden, Kansas on the 29th of October.
Oh, so we got to make sure people in Kansas can see this show.
That's 4 hours away, so if you feel like driving. And then
We'll see you when you come back to Colorado Springs.
I'm not listening to anything for Thunder and Buttons, but every Thursday I am at Alchemy.
Alchemy. We'll have to
Yep.
check that out. Why do you do this?
Well, I love it, and I'm getting paid for it. So I figured that's what someone should do with their life, I guess. I hear so many stories of people hating their jobs, and you know, if you're able to do it and make some money at it, then I think you should go that way. You know, I guess it's easier said than done, but
Well, I think that is very much a thing, because it's got to be nerve-wracking. I mean, you've done it for a little while, though, and I don't want to ask your age or anything, but how long have you been doing these performances?
the solo performances, probably since around 1999 or 2000, but with the bands I've been doing them since 1988.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine at least early on you probably got a little nervous before coming out there on your own. Or no, or you were always just...
No, the first, yes, you're right. No, it was like jumping off of a cliff.
What was that like, going from... Well, not performing on your own, having a band and people, and then all of a sudden you're doing it on your own. What was that like?
Well, it's a little more nerve-wracking because you're completely responsible for the show.
Can't yell at the drummer.
Yeah, when you have other, I guess it's always easy, you know, I guess like, I'm having trouble coming up with an analogy, but it's just easier to do something with someone like I'm gonna go skydiving, and you wouldn't go alone. You'd like, hey, take a friend with you, and then let's do it together, that sort of thing.
No, I'm not going at all, but for other people.
Yeah, whatever activity it is, it's easier
Yeah.
to do it. If it's scary or whatever, you have someone like a haunted house. You don't go by yourself. You take your friends with you or whatever.
Is it easy now, or is it like you still?
So now that I mean, I still get nervous before every show. But after that first, 10 seconds, of the show, or even 5 seconds, once I get started, the nerves go away. So I've learned that I can be as nervous as hell and know that it's still going to be okay, you know. And the freedom that comes with that is great, because I can take the show wherever I want to take it. And I don't have to worry about a drummer following me or a bass player following me, you know. So I can stop the song if I want to.
What now? Are there, other than the farm animals and the poetry club there, or the songwriting club, you've done a couple other things? There's a couple that I heard that I liked that you performed.
Yeah.
What stuff of your own do you like to perform at the clubs?
I do a song called "Man You Love to Kill," and another one, which you said I did. You said I did "I'm Free."
Yeah, I liked "I'm Free." I like both of those.
And I guess I remember that song. That's a really old song.
Oh.
But,
Although that first one, it sounds like it's right for the Halloween coming up with the whole killing. What is that one about?
Oh, that was written in a very dark period of my life. That's just about a very unhealthy, self-loathing song. That's what that song's about.
No. Well, it was kind of a very, I don't know what the words are. It was really cool. Is that something you would be willing to perform for us, perhaps?
Sure.
And I already messed it up. We have to edit this part again.
I think it's good.
Let's just keep going. After editing out you surfing your phone the whole damn time, it was better off the camera, guys. But that was good. Just imagine how great it could have been. And we'll keep going. And we were getting ready for a song. We were getting ready for the Halloween murder mystery.
Halloween murder mystery. Let's see here. I've got no pride, destined to slide. Got all my ducks in a row, yeah. Ride the wave, I fall. I fall. Do you really think I give a damn about you, your plans, and who you think I am? The man you'd love to kill. The man you'd love to kill. Ugly sin is mine to give. Heal your wounds, you live. Time's up. Find another liar, you fall. You fall. Do you really think I are you? Your plans? Who you think I am? The man you'd love to kill. The man you love kill.
That's pretty good. Should we make it sound like there's a big crowd here? Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Colorado Springs.
We represent the entire city here.
Yeah.
I was a little slow in a comment, but I'm going to do something. You said something earlier before the song, and I was a little slow, but I thought about it, and you put something very nicely about how you get nervous still, and then once you perform, you said it better than I do, but in a way, I feel exactly the same when I do my other job.
Oh.
Yes. And most people who are watching this probably know my other job. I'm a trial lawyer, in case you don't know. And I've done about 200 trials, and no matter what the case is about, whether it's a felony, misdemeanor, little traffic case, before trial, I get nervous. I still get nervous. Even if the guy's not looking at jail and it's just a fine. Before a performance, it's just natural. But once you get going, it's like natural. It's like, I don't know what, you had a good word, but you're like in control. You're performing.
You described it exactly how I feel. What it is... Oh, I that's what I was going to say. I used to try and get rid of the nerves and be like, okay, just calm down. You got to be calm. You're going to do fine. And give myself these little talks before.
Mm-hmm. Is this how you calm yourself down, or whatever you're pulling out of your pocket?
Yeah, well,
here?
I still smoke a cigarette before the show, but then I started reading. You know who Eckhart Tolle is? He says about being present and stuff like that. No one heard of Eckhart Tolle?
No, I have not heard of.
You heard of Eckhart Tolle?
Educate us about Eckhart Tolle.
He's just all about the present. He's got a book called The Power of Now.
That's a familiar title, at least. I can't say I've read it.
You recognize that book? Yeah. Okay.
The title definitely sounds familiar.
Big book. And he used to say that you need to embrace things. Don't, like, when the nerves come, just say, "Oh, okay, I'm nervous," and then just live with it and be like, "Oh, right now I'm nervous. And it's fine that I'm nervous." So once I started doing that, the nerves would come before the show, and I'd be like, "Okay, I'm just gonna be nervous." And it's fine. And then, like I said, once I get started, the nerves are gone.
And
unless, like, finishing a song, you finish the song and it's like, bow, and it's like, and the full crowd, but no one does anything. That's tough. But and it happens. So,
well, what got you into music in the first place?
Just pure interest, I guess. Just when I was 8, my parents tell me when I was 2, I used to bob my head to the music all the time, right in time. So I guess it started then. I don't know.
When I'm trying to think of the next question. This is that awkward moment part here.
Let's see how long it lasts.
I'll do that. Yeah, you kind of got me stumped. What type of things? Where can people find you internet-wise, or social media, or
question.
All that stuff? Yes, that's the next question.
You can find me at www.rawbert.net. Now that's Robert with an AW, so RAWBERT.
And we'll put the link in, but I don't know how many people are looking at the links, but you guys could put a little fancy little, those look cool. Could be right underneath my hands here, the Robert.net, or I don't know.
And then on Facebook, it's Robert Beard, and that's a regular Robert, and then a regular Beard, like just spell it like the bearded man, but not bearded, just beard. The man has a beard.
But you don't have a beard.
I don't.
You have the sideburns but no beard.
Yeah.
So did you do that because of your name?
I rocked a beard for a little bit, but I got tired of it.
Okay, well that's very cool,
So-
and it is a musician look for sure.
I guess
There's
I
something
look
about
like
it.
a prospector.
No, that's a musician. That's a
You should see pictures, because I let it get really thick,
yeah.
and so
Oh, well, we'll have to see that one.
yeah.
Okay.
I think there's some on Facebook. So if you go to Robert Beard at Facebook, you can see my beard. Just scan through the pictures and look for my beard. Yeah.
How much traveling do you do with your performances?
All those bands I listed before, the Tripping Griswolds, just plug those guys, I guess.
Yeah, let's keep plugging.
And Dance Machine and Cosmic Joe, they're all up in Denver.
Well, where do we find those bands? Do they have nice social media, internet sites, or
oh boy.
we'll have to look it up and find them?
We'll have this on the bottom of the YouTube video in the where does that go? Does it go?
Somewhere you guys will put it. We can't hear you. Tell us. Descriptions. Yeah, she's still a little shy there.
Yeah, in the description.
In the
below.
descriptions.
Right down there. Just look for it. Right down there.
And maybe we'll get fireworks, or I don't know. We'll get them all in there.
But yeah, I
Definitely.
think it's cosmicjoe.com. I think that's the funk band. And I think it's trippinggriswolds.com.
And
then Dance Machine, I'm not sure what that is. It could be .com.
Are those all covers, all those three, or do they do some original stuff, or any writing you've done for any of those guys?
The funk band is all original.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you write any of their stuff?
Yeah, I have a hand in writing it, yeah.
Oh, anything in particular that
Well,
you can show off for the world?
I don't know if I remember it. How's it go? It goes. There it is. Okay, it's coming back to me. Oops. It's not in B, it's in C sharp. No, it's... Yeah. I'll try and remember it. Let me simplify it. Here we go. Yeah, we'll simplify it. There we go. Genius. I was all so innocent. No. It goes like this. Yeah, that's right. I had it right. I was all so innocent, but curious nonetheless. Oh, that's not the first words. Sorry about it.
It sounded pretty good so far.
Here's the chorus.
We didn't know that if it was wrong.
I found it's a great story though. It's about Adam and Eve.
Should we just get out the book of Genesis and
Put
put a beat to it?
It's pretty much. It's a little twist. I was Is it she? No, it's me first, right? Or it's Adam, I should say. I was all so innocent but curious nonetheless. I took a bite of the apple and the apple did the rest. God said we would die if we ate of this tree. Another bite of the apple. She was all that I could see. Betty Boop's got tootie toots. I knew I had to have it. Juicy fruits and high-heeled shoes. I knew it had to happen. God said we would die if we ate of this tree. I'm forgetting the words. I found the funk. I found the funk. I found the funk. I found the funk. She was all so innocent but curious nonetheless. She took a bite of the apple and the apple did the rest. God said we would die if we ate of this tree. Another bite of the apple. She said, now listen to me. I've got juicy tutti fruits. I see what you were missing. Do you like my high-heeled shoes? She said as we were kissing, oh, you feel like a god traveling up that narrow road. Now your cane is able, sneaky snake, my devil. Funkin' is not hard to do. Funk is here for me and you. Funkin' is not far away. Funk is here to stay. I found the funk. I found the funk. I found the funk. I found the funk. Here's the audience participation part. I found the funk. 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 I found the funk.
All of Colorado Springs is cheering, and Kansas, because you're going there soon, and wherever else we can get people to watch this.
All right.
What is your writing process? Do you have like a process, or how do you write?
Oh, that one was tough. Someone. I'm just gonna tell the story.
Tell the story.
No, I'm not.
That's what we're here for, you know.
No,
Stories.
you don't want to know the real story.
We don't want to hear stories on the podcast.
It's kind of embarrassing. Here we go.
Well, now we really want to hear it.
So it's like we all wanted to write a song. It's like, well, what do we write about? And then, because you know you got Sledgehammer, right? That's about.
Never really deliberated on that before. And now
so
many people who never have will be.
When he gave me the idea, I was like, I'm gonna write a song about. Songs about. So.
That was not my first guess. And if it was your first guess, I'm a little bit worried. But nonetheless,
if it was your first guess, you get a free CD.
Do they still have those?
Oh, CDs, right? Oh, free MP3.
Yeah, well, sure. Well, after that, I don't know what to ask you about after the song about
Adam and Eve and the Bible and Christianity. That's what it's about. So
someone's going to get very angry, I think, but that's okay. We're all assuming it's in good taste here. I think, although
it's very tasteful.
I see some. I don't know how I keep a straight face through this, but I guess I've done some weird stuff before, like interviewing someone about mixing the Bible and.
Has a song named Snake, and that's where I got the inspiration for doing something about Garden of Eden and all that.
Well, that part is pretty cool, though.
And
I do like
the dichotomy, seeing that it is about that subject matter and it being, it's just very sacrilegious, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, what I was trying to ask in a more polite question, generally speaking, how do you write songs? Do they just come to you, or do you kind of, you're normally sitting down like, this is something we need to write about?
Question? Darn it.
That was the question.
I could have got out of it. Oh,
You're
man.
the witness who answered the question that was not asked and maybe buried himself, which is actually a real thing.
I learn these things. I don't. I hope I never go to court. Oh, okay.
Well, it's the jury already heard it, so we can't take this part out.
Okay.
But generally speaking, how do you like to write?
It's the song club thing. You're pressured to write a song every week. So I think the best way, you're asking me how I write a song. So
yeah.
Okay, so let me get to the question. Ugh. It's just it's like you're thrown into the fire or something. It's just, you just start.
Yeah.
That's the best answer.
You just start and
you
more
just
comes.
Start and you don't judge yourself, and you go blah, and then you edit it. You're like, well, this is stupid. This is dumb. Well, this should go here. Blah blah blah. But and then just whatever. If you're at a loss for what kind of thing to play, a good friend of mine said, just write a blues song, because most of the songs you hear are blues based, just a blues progression, and then they just add instruments that make it doesn't sound like blues. So
one thing I find interesting from talking to different poets and musicians and songwriters is everyone has their own kind of way of how it's comfortable for them. It's not necessarily like a one way to write a song or to get inspiration.
I've heard artists say that some of their best songs were written in 10 minutes, just like just kind of vomit it out.
Yeah.
See what you have.
Some of my favorite poems that I've written have been like that, actually.
Yeah,
but sometimes, but not always.
Come out of you, yeah.
Sometimes you think of something else a month later and change something, but it's just different.
Right.
And sometimes there's something in your life that just makes you want to write. Does that happen with you?
Yes.
Maybe, like that I'm Free song, for example.
Yes, I have a song that was, let's see. It's called Love Lost on Your Lips. And it's about a girl that stopped loving me.
Oh.
I gave her a kiss and she didn't kiss back, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is over.
Well.
So that was very sad that when that happened, and I wrote the song that night. I was like, whoosh.
I think at least some people, me and maybe a couple other people, we like sad songs. Sometimes they're
a lot
better.
of songs are sad on the radio. A lot of them are.
Yeah, I don't, and even sometimes they have an upbeat. But if you actually listen to the lyrics,
they're
like,
dark. They're dark. Yeah,
ooh. And that's sometimes the inspiration. And as I talk about, and I think most of my shows is, I think for most people who write, or at least a lot of us, this is therapy. It is.
It is.
And instead of just going out and screaming at your neighbor and maybe getting arrested, take those thoughts and put them down into a song.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm Free was? Or what is it called? Is that the title? Or is the title?
Well, I'm Free as a breakup song. I wrote it when I was in the bathtub. And I had to get out of the bathtub really quick because I was like, oh, that's a good song. And then I dried off really quick and went to the guitar and wrote it.
Which one would be a good one? Well, you just mentioned two different songs back there. Which one
well,
would
I
you
don't
like?
know.
Would you
Love
like to do
Lost
one of
on
those?
My Lips.
Let's do but you know I'm Free. I love that one.
I think I know I'm Free.
Let's do I'm Free.
What key is it in? Just simplify it and then. I used to be. I'm free. Your face is just a pretty memory. I'm free. Don't take me into your life, I won't take you into mine. We don't need to hang out anytime. It seems you don't have the time, so stay alone, you're doing fine. I'm free. Second verse. There we go. I think I got it. I haven't heard your voice for 3,000 days. I'm free. I saw you posted on someone else's page. I'm free. Don't take me into your life, I won't take you into mine. We don't need to hang out anytime. It seems you don't have the time, so stay alone, you're doing fine. I'm free. I've got all my days wide open now. I no longer need to think of you. I forgot it. Oh God. Don't take me into your life, I won't take you into mine. We don't need to hang out anytime. Don't have the time, so stay alone, you're doing fine. I'm free. It seems you don't have the time, so stay alone, you're doing fine. I'm free.
I'm still kind of mesmerized. I'm a little slow clapping because I'm mesmerized. That is a beautiful song.
That was the first song. So the guy that started the song club, he wrote a whole bunch of other songs, and I'd show them to him, and he'd be like, and then I wrote that one, and then I showed him, and he goes, "That's a song." So
that's definitely a song.
He's good for constructive criticism and all that. So is Song Club. It's a great thing.
Have you put your stuff together? Do you have any like albums or I don't know what we call them on the internet nowadays because we don't have CDs anymore? But
no, they all have to be remastered. Not remastered, but they all have to be recorded in a good way. They're all kind of sloppy, and I'd like to get them shined up a little bit. I mean, I have some stuff that I could put on SoundCloud or whatever. Like, there's a couple I could release that are good. As a matter of fact, "Love Lost on Your Lips," the one I don't know how to play, turned out really nice. It's I have a MP3 of it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll have.
I can send you a link to it. Yeah,
we'll do the link to that one.
Look for "Love Lost on Your Lips" on the bottom right here on the description right.
How hard is it to get it like perfectly like? See, are we putting too much pressure here? Because is it going to be like, how do we move it there, and it's going to be over our faces, and we messed it up? No, they're nodding. This, I guess it's easy.
Good.
I don't know how to do it, but okay.
I've seen other people do that. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and they go, subscribe or like to, what is it called?
What is the show called?
Smoking
Poetry.
Smoking
Podcast.
Poetry. Be sure and hit a like.
Yes.
And subscribe right here. Subscribe. Right here.
Wherever the button. You know what? That's my weakness, is pushing myself and getting people to do that.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, what else are you doing? There's something else you're doing with your life. Teaching? What else are you doing?
I teach guitar lessons, yeah.
Who do you teach guitar lessons to? And you don't have to give the name and address, but generally speaking.
Yeah, generally, yes. Range of people, all ages, from, I don't know, like, probably 13 years old up to, what's my oldest student? I had a student that was in his 70s.
Well, if someone needs a teacher, how do they find you for that? Other than the link and the stuff down there, we'll do later on. But
at Pro Sound Music Center.
What is Pro Sound Music Center?
It's on Maisland and Academy, and it's a music store, and then they have a little lesson studio on the side.
And they contract with you, or basically?
Yes, yeah.
You don't own the music store there.
No.
But they hire you to teach people.
Yes.
Oh, I got it. Amazing how this stuff works.
Yeah.
What else should we wrap up with here? Because you've doing a lot of other... what other stuff have you been doing?
Well, no one's going to care about that. Let's see.
Well, what was no one going to care about?
Well,
we'll edit it out if it's really boring.
I found out this little thing on the guitar fretboard that's really helpful.
Oh, I forgot to ask you about your little voice.
So there's a little X right here. Look. That's a 1 note. That's a 3. This is a 4. And this is a 7. And it's a good locator for lead playing.
Okay.
And there's another one up here. Oh, it's not there. I just discovered this. Why am I not seeing it? There's the X right there. See it? And then there's one down here. Anyway, good locator for you improvisers on the guitar.
And for people who don't know all the music terms.
Yeah.
What does locator mean?
Locator, I don't know. It's just... music is hard. It's hard. There's a lot to it, really. There's a language, and I'm just trying to break the code, and there's no code. It's a language. I mean, there's no code to the English language. It's just the more words you know, and the more devices, speaking, whatever, you know how to use, then you can communicate better.
Is it like a basis of where other things go off of, or something?
Yeah, there's in a scale there's 7 notes, and you do those 7 notes in one key and a lot of different combinations, and you can come up with a lot of different things. So it's simple. The theory is simple, but then it can get crazy.
Yeah.
It's I'd like to think it's simple, but it's not. I think I'll discover something about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, oh, hey, everything makes sense. And I'm like, well, yeah, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff, so keep trying. I'm not going to stop.
Well,
and that's kind of what's cool about it, is I'll never figure it all out, you know.
Well, does anyone ever figure anything out
completely?
No.
No.
And what's nice about this is you never get too old for music. You can keep going and keep learning and creating forever.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you got? Like, it'll be a good wrap up, take us home. I forgot to ask you. You have the little funny little, I don't know what even you call the thing, but you did this thing at the show. And it looks like the microphone's in your mouth, and you're like, like your voice box is like some kind of computer generated thing in there. I don't know. But what is that? Sounds like a guitar almost. Well, what is that?
Well, it's a little, it's an amplifier that goes up through this tube and then bounces off the cavity of my mouth into the microphone. So just like my voice box, you know, you can make vowel sounds and whatever with your mouth, right? That's how we talk. Anyway, so this takes the place of your voice box. It's an amplifier coming from the guitar.
Okay.
And you may have heard it on Peter Frampton, or that's kind of an old reference, or
Yeah, anything for younger people who don't know.
Joe Walsh, that's another old reference.
Yeah, I guess no one knew was doing that.
I guess no one knew was doing it. So, but yeah, that's what I do. It's play. It's the only thing that makes this sound kind of cool, as far as playing leads over, and it sounds like an electric guitar.
And what is the
Because
term
if you put
for it?
a distortion pedal on this, it just sounds bad. So
So is there like a term for it, or
talk
just
box?
Talk box.
Yeah.
Okay, the talk box. That's kind of a nice, unique little thing you were doing there, and
Yeah.
it probably doesn't go with this atmosphere here, but that's a nice little thing to look for in your shows at Alchemy and Thunder and Buttons. And where are you going in Kansas?
Selden, Kansas. Aunt Shannon's. It's the only place where they do anything.
Okay.
Very small town. Yeah.
Well, will they be able to hear the talk box there? Maybe. No, I got you.
Yeah,
I got all hyped up now. Now you got it.
I always do the talk box. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that we got the talk box discussion, we talked about the talk box. What's our wrap up? You got a good, nice wrap up? Take us home tune or poem or something?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like an original? Let's see.
Yeah.
I might have to look at my list.
All right.
Here's some more exciting.
Instead of being on my phone, we should do the fast forward thing. And then we'll have. I don't know, that's what we're doing. It'll make it funny. But I was saying it's going to be like the chipmunks. If anyone can hear it. Let's see. My list of songs. Boy. I just want to send these to you. You can play them on the links down there. And be sure to hit subscribe right here. We gotta do something really good for the show here now. Take them home too. God. I'm going to take nice little clips of the songs here. That's what we should do. Okay, so I have, let's see. I wonder if I can get that Love Lost in Me lip song. I wonder if that's in my brain. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, I have one. Just a minute. I'll need the words though. Remember the words? And I gotta tune my guitar in a special way.
Where is it? Here it is. It's right here.
And one thing I admire there is you can do your song, and maybe there's not something that's perfect. You missed a word or a lyric, and you keep going. And like some of us OCD people, and I'm one of them, it can be a little difficult when you have a little stumble. It's like it can ruin your rhythm, but you're able to kind of just push through it, keep going.
Thanks.
How?
Sheer determination. It's not. Because you want to, I mean, like, I think it's also good in conversation, you know, like if you say something stupid, just kind of be like, whatever, and then just keep talking. That's a lot more fun when you're talking to someone like that. And instead of them being all scared about what they just said or mistake they made, you know.
So in the end, the mistake don't even
just
matter.
forgive yourself and go on, you know.
Yeah.
And that it's the same in the song.
You can, if you.
But it's hard.
Constantly...
It's hard to forgive yourself when you hear a really sour note. You know, it's like, okay, it just happened. Let's move on. You know, it's like, but because I don't like to make mistakes. I like it to be perfect. You know, so.
If everything has to be perfect, then nothing gets done. Then.
Right. I've heard that before.
So it's just, I admire how you just keep going and have fun, and it's all good.
Well, thanks.
And no one's going to throw any dangerous objects at you, hopefully.
Right. Okay. I got the words. All right. Now I got to tune this up. Let's see. It's like this. Let's see. close.
Do we need to pause for the airplane? No, no one even heard it. They just heard me complaining about it. Something no one else can hear. Keep that in.
Alright, goes like this. Oh, let me take it off low power mode because I need to see it. Alright. She wore high heels and a mini skirt, wild blonde hair and a cut-off shirt. Saw her at church, tried not to flirt. I knew she wasn't a stripper. She was looked down on with alarm. Long eyelashes and bracelets with charms, a tramp stamp and tattoos on her arms. I knew she wasn't a stripper. She sang the hymns with such fervor, always made sure to visit the pastor, had smooth legs of alabaster. I knew she wasn't a stripper. Yeah, 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 yeah. She brings cookies every service, so I'm told. Can't imagine she'd wrap her legs around a pole unless it was for exercise at home. I knew she wasn't a stripper. Pleased with the overturn of Roe versus Wade, said God wants babies to be made, not something a floozy would say. I knew she wasn't a stripper.
Well, I don't know a better way to go out than with she wasn't a stripper. So thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you for getting out there, doing your thing, and being brave and being creative.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Mike.
Well, thank you, and check out all them fancy links and descriptions and whatever else we can come up with. Give us some comments, likes, dislikes are good too. Whatever makes you.
Yeah,
makes you
write
happy.
something you really hated about this video. We want to see it.
We can take it. And either way, check us out next time on all the shows coming up that we talked about and future episodes of Smokin' Poetry Podcast.